Alright, I think we are live now. Hello, everybody. Demo the Warrior here with Austin the Artist.
Hello.
This time, as you can
Actually, it
tell
hasn't given
by
me a
the title,
notification.
it hasn't yet.
Give me a
It
second.
should by now.
It has now. No.
Alright, so, as you can tell, we are about to watch Freddy vs. Jason. The other day, what's up, Ashton? What's up, Scott? The other day we did Kong Skull Island. That was our last of the build-up to Kong vs. Godzilla, so I'm excited for when that comes out. Excuse me. So now we're gonna do that movie was 2017. So now we're gonna go way back to 2003. What's up, Mateo? We're gonna go back to 2003, and we're gonna watch the only slasher versus movie, at least with mainstream slashers, talking about people like Freddy, Jason, Michael, Leatherface, those type of people. The only one of these versus movies that ever happened. There was supposed to be more. There's supposed to be a sequel to this. It was supposed to be called Freddy versus Jason versus Ash, and I also think Pinhead was supposed to be involved at some point, but it never happened because the studios couldn't agree. So, I have some.
Well, I think the reason they couldn't agree was because they wanted Ash to kill Freddy, which New Line wasn't having it. So
Yeah,
having that.
pretty much. So I just opened my food. I have some Permanente Bros. So yeah, we are. Oh yeah, that's true. There was Alien versus Predator, but I'm talking about like with like the '80s slashers.
Yeah,
Like,
Alien vs. Predator really isn't. It's more sci-fi than slasher.
yeah.
I don't even know if I have Alien vs. Predator. No, I just have the first 3 Alien movies and like the first 3
so do
Predator
I.
movies.
I have the first Predator. I have the first. I have like the first 4 Alien movies, and I have both Alien versus Predator movies.
I do not have the Alien vs. Predator movies.
But our thoughts before going in. I have seen this movie multiple times. I've seen this movie.
I've seen this movie only about 3 times, but I've only seen it 3 times mainly because human characters annoy the crap out of me. So,
So
yeah.
they play this movie all the time on Sci-Fi. There was a while for like throughout the year. For some reason, like just during random times of the year, Sci-Fi would play this fucking movie. If Tony was here, he would know what I'm talking about because we would always talk about this. Like, it felt like a thing. Like, no matter what month it was, if you went on Sci-Fi, they were always playing Freddy versus Jason. For some reason, Sci-Fi loves this movie. I don't know why.
It's not a good one. I'm telling you that. It's not a good one.
Well, Ashton said, Austin, did you see my message on Instagram?
Yes.
And Mateo said, Austin, could you take a picture of my car and send me a pic of it on Instagram?
When I'm done with this, I can.
Alright, hold on, let me press play on this and then pause it. Yes, start rent period.
Give me a second.
For me, it's just loading right now.
My grandma's texting me and she's asking me about Roman Reigns' brother Rosie passing away, so I gotta...
Didn't that happen a while ago?
Yeah, but it's popping up on her feed and she was confused, so...
You know what's funny? How they were talking about Alien versus Predator, and I'm on my laptop right now, right next to Freddy versus Jason. It says recommended movies, Alien versus Predator.
Oh god.
I saw both Alien versus Predator. I remember liking the first Alien versus Predator, but I hated Requiem.
God, why would I do full screen? I'll do widescreen. Why would you ask me that? This picture is rated R. Yeah, I know. It has nudity in it.
You didn't start yours, did you?
It's doing the stuff, like the... I can't pause it during the new line
Start
cinema
rent
thing.
period. That's what I'm trying to do. Alright, I'm 1 second in.
Okay, give me a second. Are you at the new line?
No, I'm on a black screen. Let me... I'm at
Is it
the
gonna
new
show you the
line
new?
now.
Okay, here, let me...
When we're synced, we'll just do a countdown.
Okay. I'm gonna go right after the new line, and then I'm gonna have you pause it.
You're gonna go get where it says new line? Is that what you said?
Yeah, where it says new line and it barely has red.
Oh, mine's buffering. Alright, yeah, mine says new line and barely has right here. I'm gonna switch.
I can't see the time, so that's a problem here.
I'm at 12 seconds. I'm at
Okay.
where you said to pause it. I lowered the quality a little bit, so hopefully it won't buffer, so...
Alright. 3, 2, 1.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Alright, now I'm ready.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, mine's loading. Hold on.
Well, that's not good. I just got to the
going.
boiler
It's
room.
going.
Okay.
An AOL Time Warner Company. Alright, now I'm in the boiler room. Might want to pause for like 1 second. And unpause it.
I'm at the doll.
Now I'm at the doll.
Okay. Should be good now.
Alright, Ashton, just let me know when your call is uploaded. And tell me the hashtags. Scott said, Austin, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Alright, so we got Mr. Fred Krueger looking at the picture. Is that supposed to be his daughter, or is it just, it's one of his victims, I think?
Yeah, it's one of his victims. Oh, that's one that bugged me. I guess the widescreen, like, comes with subtitles. Jesus Christ. That sucks.
Let me know if you're getting any echo.
I'm not getting any right now.
Oh, now I see Freddy's eye. Now his eyes.
Same here.
So, I'm doing good, Psychotic Savage.
Oh god.
Oh, they're showing the older Freddy stuff.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, I think in this intro, they could only show Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X because the other movies were Paramount and New Line couldn't get the rights to show them. I think.
I don't remember seeing... Is Jason X in... Are they showing Jason stuff? About to show Jason stuff?
I don't know.
Or...
Right now it's still on Freddy stuff.
I don't remember them showing Jason stuff.
Well, now I see Jason's mask.
Yeah, I see the mask.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think they showed... Okay, yeah, they do. Oh wait, no, this isn't... No,
this is
just
the dream sequence.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't have the rights to show any of it at the time. Oh, I just seen some exposed breasts.
Yep. Oh, the skinny dipping cliche again.
Yep, and this is 2003.
So if you take I Spit on Your Grave skinny dipping and then this skinny dipping, it's still the same.
Yep. So I guess
Why would you?
Jason's not. This always confused me because I always thought Freddy was bringing Jason back to life, but if he's having a dream sequence, that would just mean Jason's sleeping the whole time, right?
Yeah.
I also always found that weird.
Yeah. I mean, I like the kills in this movie, and like I just despise the human characters. Like I'll tell you all about it. Like, why do I keep getting texts from people? I know that's Instagram, isn't it? But wait.
Is Friday the 13th the game servers down? I have no idea. They said they were shutting them down in November. Um, so the first time I ever watched this movie, I'm trying to remember. The first time I
First time
seen.
I watched it
Oh, go ahead.
was 2017.
Oh, damn! Right through the tree too. God damn!
Jesus. Strength.
I hate the way Jason looks in this movie. It looks so bad. I think, I think his size wise, he looks fine, but just the way his head looks, his mask, is just, it looks so, like, I don't know. That is not his mom.
I know.
That's nowhere close
I
to Betsy
mean,
Palmer.
I think they should at least like put, if they were gonna do that, put like a vision of like Betsy Palmer or something.
Yeah, I mean, unless they couldn't get the rights to do that. That might be
I
why.
mean, it's a life though, like it's an actual actress, so
I don't know. But, the first time I ever seen anything about this movie, ew, his heart looks nasty. But,
ew.
it was when I was like maybe 10, and I had looked up Freddy vs. Jason on YouTube, and I saw like clips of the movie. And this was still around the time I was like scared of Jason. I used to be terrified of Jason. And, I've seen bits and pieces of this movie. Freddy has never scared me. I've never been afraid of Freddy, but Jason, ew. New Line
Ew,
Cinema.
God. I'm trying to eat, man. God dang
So,
it.
I had seen a few scenes of this movie, and there's the title card.
Jesus. With some bad freaking 2003 rock music.
Yep. So, when I saw certain scenes from this, I was terrified, and I never wanted to watch this movie. But I think the first time I ever sat down and watched it was when it was on Sci-Fi. I think. And then it became a thing where it's on Sci-Fi like every freaking week.
The Three Stooges. Like, he's got in characters, man.
Yeah, I don't remember any of their
Who?
names.
I don't either.
Like,
All I know is the main actress definitely freaking got her job for her freaking cleavage. I'm telling you. I'm telling you that especially that final scene where she's running, there is no way that her acting chops got her the freaking role.
Scott said, Austin, what are you eating?
Popcorn. What else do you eat during a movie?
I'm not eating popcorn right now.
You're eating your DoorDash, I guess.
Yep, my Permanente Bros. It's
I think
good
the
too.
one that I think the one that angers me the most is the freaking the black chick, because I don't know her name, but it's not like she, at least of the girls, she annoys me the most because of her goddamn, I don't know, it was, oh, I know which part she angers me at. It's when she dies. It's the way she dies.
It's a
It's what angers
spoiler.
me
No,
about
it's
her.
fine.
I don't even care. Okay?
So,
Movie's been out for freaking almost 20 years.
yeah,
So,
that's crazy to think it's almost been 20 years since Robert Englund played Freddy.
I know.
That's crazy. I mean, last year marked 10 years
Uh,
since we've had a Freddy movie.
yeah.
And 2019 was 10 years since we had a Jason movie.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Kind of sucks, to be honest. I mean, they revived freaking Halloween and they're reviving Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So,
So, are they supposed to be in the Elm Street house here? I'm confused.
yeah, basically. I hate this freaking guy. This is who I hate out of the guys.
Dude with the blue
The
shirt?
freaking guy. No, not the dude with the blue shirt. The one that's kissing on the chick.
Why
He's
do you
such a
hate him?
scumbag. Because he's such a scumbag. Like,
How's he a scumbag?
you'll see. You'll see.
I just forget, honestly. I haven't seen this movie in so long. Am I wrong? Is this the first movie we've done where we've both seen it?
I think so. Oh, no, no. I saw Godzilla as well.
Mm.
Godzilla 2014.
How long is this movie? It is an hour and 37 minutes. So it's like 20
Already
minutes
starting
shorter
this.
than Kong.
Yeah. It's probably gonna seem longer, though.
Yeah. Excuse me. I mean, some mozzarella wedges. Right now, they're really good.
Wow, that's just a bomb to drop right there. That your mom died. You know, it's just a big bomb to drop.
You can tell that, like,
Oh
this is our
Christ!
early 2000s movie with early 2000s stereotype characters. Like,
Are
it's,
you at where he's drinking the soda?
yeah.
Okay, good.
Now
Good,
he
good.
sees the
I
back doors
accidentally
open.
rewinded it. And I tried to fast forward it back.
That's something I've never noticed, how the back door is open. Because I always wondered how Jason got in. I never paid attention to that scene with the back door was open.
I don't think I ever did really either.
What? Why are they walking with candles through their own house? Oh yeah, this
I
is
don't freaking know.
when they did the early 2000s jump scare fest.
Oh God, that lasted for years. I think it's still going on.
Like, a lot of horror movies that came out in the late 90s to about, I don't know when, they would always do like the music
See,
stings
I
and the
hate
jump
this
scare
guy.
fest.
I hate this guy, but I'm glad he gets killed next, and it's probably one of the best kills in the movie. Gotta be honest.
Ooh, the boob shot in the shower. Yep, it's that scene, Ashton. This is the first ever scene that I saw from this movie. This part right here. Jesus Christ, Jason.
Oh yeah.
Austin said, "Oh yeah."
That's not how I said it. I never noticed him like shaking the soda.
I didn't either.
I think they actually had that kill at Universal Studios ride
Really?
as well. Yeah.
So they all just run out into the rain.
Because this is the early 2000s, and
And
weather
there's just conveniently a
equals
cop
tighter
car.
clothes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the dude. The dude who plays the cop. I forget what his name is, but he's also in the first Scary Movie as well.
Oh God, no! Now I need to know who that is. God dang it!
I forget what his name is in Scary Movie, but
Wait a minute.
he plays
Don't
one of the
say his
boyfriends.
name. Don't say his name.
I don't remember what his name is.
No, I'm saying the cops are saying don't you dare say his name.
No.
You can't tell me that there is not one person that has said Freddy Krueger. I'm sorry. No.
Oh yeah, this is the movie where they came up with the thing that if nobody says Freddy's name and they forget about him, he just can't exist anymore. Which is such a weird thing
There
to come up with.
it's weird and highly impossible. Like
Yeah.
like somebody in the world had to have said it.
They're getting those cleavage shots on her.
Give me a second here. Let me.
Did you
Now I
fuck it
gotta
up?
go. No.
I don't remember what his name is.
I'm looking at it.
Ashton said they have that kill at Halloween Horror Nights.
Okay, that's probably what I was trying to.
And she just all of a sudden is like remembers his name and says Freddy, and then now immediately
Wow.
into a dream. Like she didn't even fall asleep.
It's freaking movie's logic.
It's like they have to fall asleep before Freddy can do anything.
It's not showing them on like scary movies, so I'm just gonna look up Freddy vs. Jason.
I
Let's
know he
see.
was in Scary Movie.
It's not showing them, so. Oh God, I can't freaking even pronounce that. Loch Chilan Manero. I can't even pronounce it. God.
Why do horror movies always do like the creepy little girl scenes?
Because that gets them the scares. Because girls are creepy. Apparently. Either that or they're trying to bank off Exorcist. You know.
Yeah. It's just dumb.
Here, I'm gonna send you a screenshot of his IMDb page.
Alright. I'm gonna leave my movie playing for a second. I'm gonna go get some more to drink.
Alright.
So you don't have to pause yours.
Alright.
Fucking get my laptop cord off me.
Oh, the classic Freddy music. And a jump scare. That was your best friend? Wow. Oh, he's drinking.
Alright, I'm back.
I'm gonna get it for you. Get him for you, Trey. I don't think you are.
Alright, so what did I miss?
A jump scare, and then half of this scene.
Oh, I remember this.
I remember this scene for only one funny part. I remember a funny part in this scene.
Oh yeah, he's in a dream sequence now. This is
Yeah.
a scene they always play from this movie. Oh yeah. So apparently more people have to remember Freddy so he can become stronger.
Am I the only one that always just remembers this one scene just because of he reassuring himself that I'm okay, I'm alright? Even though he's still there, he's just saying, "Oh, I'm okay. Nobody's there."
That was such a bad beheading thing.
Yeah. And then he's dead.
See, I always thought, like, because it looks like he puts his dad's head in front of the machete, so I always thought he hit that, but I guess Jason had more force. Oh, now we're at the mental
Well, I
asylum.
mean, you did see him put a girl through a tree, so
Here's our main character of the, well, our other main character of the movie.
God.
So, from what I remember, this guy, that guy, the chick who's the main character was his girlfriend, and
Yeah.
So the chick's dad killed her mom, and
But he was really Freddy.
yeah, and then that
Hypnotized
dude
him.
got blamed for it. That's why he's in the mental asylum.
Yeah.
The other dude, I don't know why he's there. I don't remember.
Something to do with his brother. That's kind of mean. Freaking just wanting to play Uno all the time. Just play some goddamn checkers.
Yeah.
The guy's stuck in a mental institution. He just wants to play checkers.
Well, now all of a sudden it's nighttime, and they just share
I
a
swear.
room. Do they let patients share rooms in mental asylum?
Oh no, they do not. I don't think they get beds either. Or magazines or pictures of their loved ones. Or lamps.
I don't know. Oh God. Okay. I'm pretty sure that has like some kind of drug. It has something to do with this movie.
Oh. I'm glad it didn't mess anything up. My controller fell.
I snagged his keys.
Nice. Wow, I snagged his keys for you, but you have to hold me all the way to the car. That's the price you pay.
Yep, now it's daytime.
Wow,
Back with
the dad's just drugging his daughter. That's nice. Yeah, just drug your kids. That'll make them feel better. No.
She didn't even... Wait, did she take the drugs already?
No, but she's tired, and
Oh,
he
now it's
mixed the
Freddy.
drugs in.
I'm confused. He was Freddy for a second, but now he's the dad again?
I really do not know. Yeah, you just saw one of your friends get murdered, and another one get murdered afterwards. You definitely need to get out of the house. That's where you want to go, you know.
Yeah.
If a serial killer's on the loose, you know, especially a supernatural one, just go to Chuck E. Cheese or freaking McDonald's. We'll be fine.
So for anybody who's just watching, we are about 26 minutes in, just about. Yeah, so they're at school now. This movie just goes like just
I know.
scene to scene to scene to scene.
It doesn't let you sit for anything. Your acting is BS. How about that? I hate her freaking acting, I swear. She's the worst actor in the movie.
Oh yeah, here's the dude that falls in love with the black chick for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's supposed to do with this movie, but
He just probably added on there for just another body to count. Man, why are you just so mean to the guy? He's just saying, like...
oh, there's the typical stoner dude. I know he's a stoner because I remember what happens in this movie.
Yeah, oh god, that's like the... Oh, I remember that. Oh no.
I like how they're not even talking that loud, but everybody around them is just stopping and staring for some reason.
Yeah. It's like they didn't give the extras like a reason to be there. They just you know what? Just do whatever you want. If you want, just look at the actors.
I don't know. Her acting's really bad. And now this dude's just randomly here.
Yeah, yeah. Let the two mental patients that escaped go to a school.
You would think
That's a nice idea.
people, especially people at the school, you would think would know their
Yeah.
faces.
That's like if you took Charles Manson and put him in a freaking elementary. Like,
Dude, that's like letting somebody out of prison and then they walk, like, that's like having somebody on the most wanted list. They escape from prison
like
and then walk
letting-
into a police station.
That's like Jared Fogle escaping from prison and freaking going to a preschool. Like it's.
Okay, so apparently her name is Lori.
Wow. There's a way better Lori. God dang it. Way better Lori in horror films.
I'm pretty sure the main dude's name is Will, I think. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that, but I don't remember. I mean, all the characters in this are so forgettable. Oh, now freaking she in another dream sequence. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, this is a dream sequence because I remember this scene. Because the black chick wants a nose job for some goddamn reason. It's so random that she just wants a nose job. Like, why?
Yeah, I think that's also part of the thing. I guess he can hurt them in the dream, but he's not strong enough to where when he hurts them in the dream, it will take effect to them in real life, I guess. This whole movie is just about Freddy's strength.
Okay. So they just turned around when people were about to come near them. Why did they make a scene in the middle of a hallway? Park rangers now? This movie, some of this movie just doesn't make sense.
How do they send one cop after, or like one or two cops after these guys? Why wouldn't they? You would think they'd be a lot more.
They would
send.
It's a mental institution, so they would send like a SWAT team, not a freaking. Okay, now no. You can't. That's not how the internet works. That's not. That is not how the internet works. For one, you can't use black boxes. It's not a freaking TV censor where they censor no words. It's the internet, and even if it gets deleted, like a normal person would do, the internet has everything. Everything is there. It will never leave it. Like, so it would still be there.
Oh, now they're in their van all of a sudden. And it's nighttime all of a sudden.
My God, dude. You know...
Yeah, he just realizes, oh, now I made people remember Freddy even more.
Yeah.
What's up, Jordan?
Yeah, I gotta go talk to the girl that I made pass out on the floor and cause a scene. I don't know. I can't remember my dreams anymore. Just give me one night, okay? Let me find Lori, and then we're out of here. Where are you gonna go? What?
I don't know.
In one of the Elm Street movies, Freddy legit says, every town has an Elm Street. You can't go nowhere. You idiot.
Let me turn that down a little bit. So, ew, what is it? Oh, now it's randomly at a party.
Oh, God. A rave scene. I think this is where a lot of kills happen, actually. So
yeah.
Besides the awful slow-mo that I can't stand, this scene's actually pretty good.
Ew. Oh,
Oh,
there's Jason. Well, his arm at least. After all that happened to her, why would she want to go to a party?
the only thing I could think of is staying awake, maybe? Maybe the loud noise will keep her awake. I don't know. And I picture you as a freaking a-hole. I actually sympathize with this guy. Because she's being a complete jerk. Like, this whole movie.
Yeah. I know what kills are coming up.
Yeah, I know where kills are coming up as well.
Oh, there's the stoner dude. Freaking. It's so dumb how he has like a decent role in this movie. Excuse me.
Oh yeah, your ex-boyfriend who just broke out of a mental institution, and you're gonna hug him. Because you don't know if he killed your mom or not. Oh, and you're gonna dance with her because she's gonna let you. Wow, even though she's been a jerk to you the whole movie. This movie has great logic. Oh, she doesn't know. Wait, how does she not know? Wait, what? I don't understand this movie.
It's confusing.
I know. How did she not know of all people? He was blamed for her mother's murder.
Alright, so then they just stop talking to go dance, I guess.
Yep,
You know,
because that's...
stop the plot and everything. Just alright.
Wow.
Oh, she's in a dream sequence. It's hard to tell because it just all of a sudden happens.
I
And there's
know.
like at least in the older ones they would show people falling asleep before stuff happened. But in this it's just you think it's actual real life and then all of a sudden nope. And there's no
Yeah.
way to know.
It's like a slippery freaking slope, man.
You know. And now she's entering a boiler room, of course, because there's just a
Yeah.
random boiler room out on this farm.
Yep.
Or wherever in bumblefuck they are.
Well, I honestly don't know who parties in cornfields. That had to be a 2003 thing. I don't freaking...
What was that shot? That was an ugly shot.
Oh
It
god,
like
that's that early 2000s shot. That's what
it
that
like
is.
It like zoomed in on her, but zoomed out at the same time, and it was a really bad shot. Oh, now this dude's gonna try to rape her,
Wow.
if I remember correctly. Oh, now she's trapped in a boiler room.
Well, I know they're not gonna go forward with the rape scene because they're not I Spit on Your Rave. They're not that
Yeah.
hardcore. Jesus.
Man, imagine how much worse this movie would be without, like, if Robert Englund wasn't Freddy and they just had somebody else playing Freddy.
Yeah.
I mean, for some people, it's kind of like that with Jason because a lot of people were upset that Kane Hodder wasn't playing Jason in this, and they said it should have been. And some people say that ruins the movie for them. Even though Jason, at least Jason is just a dude in a mask. It doesn't say anything. Freddy, like the Robert Englund
Oh
version, is
God,
like
I hate
the
that
whole
sound.
character. Yeah. Are you getting any echo from me?
No, are you getting any from me?
Very tiny bit.
All right. Turn it down a notch. Yep, like hiding in a locker is gonna help you from a supernatural being.
Well, what
You
else
know
do
what
you do?
also helps? Putting a lampshade over your head. That's great hiding spot. I don't know what you would do, but like still.
You said put a lampshade over your head or hide behind the
I
curtains.
mean, yeah, hide behind the curtains. I mean,
Or just like crouch down behind the couch.
mm-hmm. Hide underneath a table if you have to. Jesus.
She's mine, mine. I remember that. Oh, now it's time for these dudes to die.
Who drinks Everclear? Wouldn't that kill you?
I don't know. And like that's what I'm talking about. Like Jason just looks so weird in this movie. Like why does he have hair all of a sudden?
I don't know. In multiple movies he has hair, but in some movies he just doesn't. I remember in part 2 he had hair. Jesus Christ.
He's a son of a bitch.
I do admit that's a cool shot.
Yeah, it really
Jason on
is.
fire.
I wonder
Just,
if they. I mean, I assume they had to do like a whole fire suit stunt for that.
yeah.
I hate that when they do cameras like that. It's just it doesn't look good, no matter what movie it's in.
I'm still confused about the cornfields. Why? Why party in cornfields? Are we in Children of the Corn? Oh, dang.
Flaming machete kill.
Jason took his geometry class, physics class. He aced that physics exam.
Oh. Oh, so whatever that was just put out the fire on Jason. But it looks like he's covered in cum now.
Oh, you're gonna scream about. I mean, I get it's your dead friend, but you know, kind of there was a
Jesus.
flaming murderer. So,
Well, now all
you
of a
know,
sudden they're... Did all these other people just not drive there or something?
huh? What'd you say?
I said, like, you would think that all these other people... Cause I know the Will dude drove himself. You would think all the other characters... How'd all the other characters get to the party? Did they walk?
I guess I don't know. It's a freaking corn. It was a cornfield. How? I'm still baffled by that. By the way, the one nerd said "F the police." I immediately thought of NWA.
So I like how they just found their dead friend and they saw a flaming serial killer. And now they're just like, oh, well, I'm going home. Alright. Our friend's dead. Yeah, I know. It sucks. Like, that's their
they're,
reaction.
they're like Cartman from South Park.
I
Screw
know.
you guys. I'm going home.
Now it's just down to these two. Is this where he explains the backstory to her? I don't remember.
There's more to it than that. Look, I tried to tell you this earlier. The reason I was sent to Weston is because I saw your dad kill your mom.
Wow, fit like kind of laughed a little bit after you said that.
Now that's what he wanted me
Uh,
to believe, but I was there, Lori. I was sneaking up to your room like I used to do. Only you weren't there. I saw him kill her. Get out of the bag. Get out of the bag! I've been looking all over for you. Get away from her! You're in a hell of a lot of trouble, you know that? Yeah, like I give a shit anymore. Get in the house. I'm taking you back to work. No, no way! You can't trust him, Roy. Whatever you do, don't go home with him. No, listen to me, boy. He was the one who had me committed. See, you didn't understand. You still don't. You were confused.
Jesus Christ. Like,
I'm not gonna let you endanger my daughter again.
So it's raining all of a sudden again. Even though like when they just dropped off the black chick, it was not raining at all. Now it's just pouring and thunderstorm.
well, I think I know the reason. Raining equals tighter clothes, and that's what the freaking writers are going for.
Show me a death certificate. Show me an autopsy report.
Lori, I don't think now is the right time.
Really, Dad? Because I think it's a perfect time. Why don't you tell me about Weston?
I'm hearing some echo for you.
Because I thought you were a fucking general practitioner.
Yes, I do some consulting there now, but it isn't what you think.
Oh my God. So you knew about Will this whole time?
Listen to the guy that choked your ex out.
That's like how
in the
we are
freezing
47 minutes in, and now all of a sudden they're just giving this completely random backstory in this random scene.
I don't want to sleep, Dad. I want to know why you've been lying to me.
We'll talk about it in the morning.
rain. Jesus. This guy's really demanding.
Open this door. Open this door.
Oh, freaking let me in.
I like how her window's already
Jeez.
open. Like, why was it already open? It's like,
Why was it open in the pouring rain? Like,
I don't know, she's hiding behind a tree.
oh, well, there you go. That was another example that the one chick could have hid by.
And now she's just walking in the rain.
Singing in the rain.
I don't know how your father is connected to all this, but Nick was right. There's some kind of cover-up going on here with Krueger. You can't trust the police.
Yep, because Mark knows all the answers. See, his brother.
Yeah, I see it now. I see it.
Yeah, so I was telling Demo that the Mark dude's brother is actually the kid who played the bully in A Christmas Story.
Yeah, I see it now. No, we're about to see him actually. Again, in a
Yeah.
few seconds.
You could really see it when he's in the bathtub and stuff.
So did they even say what happened to Mark's family or no?
Something about his brother committing suicide.
Mm.
Wake Aid. That sounds so freaking bootleg.
Classic something in the mirror shot. Yep. I've seen so many horror movies do that.
Yeah. I mean, you're not. It went down the drain.
Unless he wants to be like Mr. Krabs.
Jesus. Jesus, dude. Oh, snakes. Hello? Dima, are you there?
Yeah, just give me one
There you-
second.
Okay. Oh, Mark's not gonna wake up. Jesus. And he got slices on his freaking face. Freddy's back. Man, they're treating him like the coronavirus. Jesus. Freddy Krueger does. Jesus, dude. Wow, they're giving the backstory for Jason. Like nobody knows.
Alright, I'm back.
Did you pause your movie or anything?
No.
Okay.
It's been going in the background.
Alright. Only thing you missed is sheriff, him talking to the one cop talking to the sheriff. Really, that's all you missed.
Mm-hmm.
And the kill of Mark or whatever.
Oh yeah. I remember this part. This is where they're discussing how like they're basically how they're fucked either way, because they're saying like Jason's killing people in the real world and Freddy's killing them in their dreams, so they're fucked whether they're awake or asleep. What?
Wow, that's just mean, dude. Why you just gotta look at him? Maybe he's not a virgin, you know? Like, God. That's freaking just rude, man. He could have got some action. You don't know about anything about his personal life?
This is dream sequence now.
Yeah.
Oh, now her dad's there all of a sudden.
Oh, God, that's gross.
It's Austin's fetish. I'm just playing.
Nah. That Freddy scene is actually a copy from the original, I'm pretty sure. I remember that goddamn that line, word from word. I'm pretty sure it's in the first Nightmare film.
Oh yeah, so this is where they discover that they can just pull Freddy out of the dream world if they hold on to him and wake somebody up. Well, if they hold on to the person that's sleeping. If the person who's sleeping holds on to Freddy, then they wake up the person who's sleeping. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
So when did the stoner kid become part of this group? I'm confused.
I guess when the cornfield party got destroyed by Jason, he went into the freaking truck with them.
Because he had nothing to do with any of these people in the beginning of the movie.
No.
So now they're breaking back into the mental asylum with a cop. Oh, there's Jason's shadow. This dude looking like Donald Pleasance.
Jesus.
What kind of computers do they have in this place? In a mental hospital?
This is not a mental hospital. This is freaking like the goddamn lab where the Terminators were created. What the freak, dude?
This dude just wants to toke up in a mental asylum. I don't get this.
Why would you want to? Of all the places you would want to smoke some weed, like.
So we are over halfway of this movie. We are at 58 minutes, so we don't have that long left.
Wow.
We have about 39 minutes left of this movie already.
God, dude. Oh, wow.
So I would have thought
gun
Jason could break a door with one hit, not all those hits.
I mean, it was a metal door,
That's
I
true.
guess. And I've seen him break doors that were in space, so I don't think.
I don't
I mean,
understand why Jason is after them though. Unless Freddy's controlling him to be after them.
I'm pretty sure that was the main basis of the movie, that he's controlling them.
Well, I know he was controlling them at first, but I'm pretty sure like when Jason killed that girl, so Freddy wasn't able to kill her. Like that shows that Jason is like acting on his own now, which pisses Freddy off because Freddy wanted Jason to kill people so they would think Freddy killed him, so that people would remember Freddy, so Freddy could come back. But then Jason is just killing people and Freddy can't stop him. So I thought by this point Jason's just like doing his own thing. So I was just curious why he's going for them all of a sudden. I guess because they're the main characters. That'll be the
Oh,
explanation. Oh,
well, here's the scene.
the Freddy pillar. I don't know what you call it. Freddy peed.
I don't freaking know.
Why would you crawl towards that?
I guess because he's high. I don't freaking know. That is some bad CG right there.
Well, no matter what way you look at it, we got Freddy Krueger smoking a bong. That
I mean,
means
yeah.
Freddy Krueger can tie into the evil Bong universe.
No, do not say that.
What is up with this movie and like people like stuff with people's eyes? I just don't get it.
I have no clue. It's like the director has like an eye fetish. What is this? The director of freaking Black
Ew.
Xmas?
Oh, so I think Freddy's controlling him to dump all the I think it's called Hypnosil. That's like the main drug they need to stay awake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
yeah,
that's some bad
Freddy's
CG too.
possessing
God.
him. Yeah. Oh, now Jason's just shocking himself.
Oh, well,
Oh, he grabbed the cop. He said, "If I'm getting shocked, you're gonna get shocked too."
he's dead. Oh, freaking. God dang it. I mean, I know you're a freaking nerd and you don't understand, but a gun's not
Yeah.
going to kill a guy that's getting shocked. And still, the guy got shocked and is still moving. You think a gun's going to work?
Well, I'm pretty sure the characters in this movie know it's Jason Voorhees. So you think
I
they would
mean,
know
yeah.
that? You think they would already know that that's not gonna stop him? Oh yeah, so Freddy possessed him. He's getting rid of all the hypnosills so they can't keep themselves awake. There's Jason.
I gotta admit, this is a cool kill.
He said, "What?" Yeah, see, like they made Jason look like Frankenstein in this movie. I don't know why.
Oh, God.
I mean, his size does look intimidating, but like they literally gave him like the Frankenstein pants and the big clunker boots.
Yeah.
Well, that looked kind of bad.
Dude.
Yeah, look at his shoes. Jesus Christ. Yes. So this is where we discover that all of the sudden, through after 10 movies, we discover all of the sudden that Jason is terrified of water, apparently.
Yeah, even though Manhattan,
He was
Jason
in the
takes
lake.
Manhattan.
He had something to do with the lake. He was in the lake in part 6. He was also in the lake in part 7, I think, at some point.
Almost the entirety of the movie of Part 8
He
was
was in
him
the lake in
in the
part
lake.
4. So I don't get it.
Oh, well. But this is a dream world.
I mean, I imagine for horror fans, this was really freaking cool to see at the time. To see,
Yeah.
like, the two biggest slashers go at it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only reason this film is worth watching is for the fight scenes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, again, it's like the same thing we say about the Godzilla movies with this movie.
Yeah.
This is just silly.
I can go without the pinball noises. Honestly.
Yeah, I don't know why
Oh
they
my.
added that in.
That's like freaking Saturday morning cartoon Scooby Doo levels of goddamn freaking ridiculousness.
What's up, Isaiah?
Jesus, dude.
So why won't you die? Oh, now.
Up here it is.
Yep, now it turns from red to green. It's a. So you are afraid of something. That CGI water looks so bad. Like, it looked laggy.
Oh my. Okay. Now I remember why this happened. Why would you sit there and put the killer that sit there and killed most of your friends and everything into your van?
Because they have to take him back to Crystal Lake.
Whatever, man.
Oh, but
that
don't worry,
that.
Jason's about to turn back into a little boy in a second.
Oh yeah.
Yep, there it is. He said, "You ugly little shit."
Jesus.
So now we're going inside Jason's head.
Yep. I don't remember this scene.
I don't either. What? Oh, another jump scare thing.
Oh, it's the chick from the Okay, that was the chick from the beginning. My God, her acting. Oh my God. It's like I'm watching Cardboard act, dude. Actually, I would rather watch Cardboard act. It could probably act better.
Now she's sleeping next to Jason in the van.
I'm gonna recite the line and say, like, just how she would recite it. Just give me 15 minutes, and I'll get Freddy.
Why, like,
Just
I
give me
don't...
15 minutes.
What are... Why are some shots in this movie so, like, laggy like that? Like, why
I
do
think
they...
that was like the style, I guess. I don't freaking know.
It
It was
looks bad.
2003. It does look bad. Like, I don't... What? He just waves her hand. What?
When
You could
Freddy's
tell Robert
comedy is-
Englund had...
When Freddy's
You could tell
comedy is
Robert
good,
Englund-
he's good.
Yeah. You could tell Robert Englund was having fun with this
Yeah.
role.
I mean, I'm sure he always loved playing Freddy.
Yeah. But since this was basically his farewell, you know...
I remember this is kind of fucked up because she sees his face and she lets him go.
Oh, you just say his name. It's your fault he's dying, you idiot.
How are they in the same dream anyway?
I don't know.
She's gonna have to give Jason CPR. I forgot about this.
Oh God. The only time Jason's gonna get kissed in the movie. Who asked for this? Like, why? You just know somebody's like getting off to this as well. So, like,
He said, "Oh man."
wow. I did not see that coming. Wow. I thought if we let the freaking psycho killer in the
How
car,
is that possible?
that I don't think that is possible.
It looks like some cartoon shit.
What the freak? What is that? Ew. Why not just keep him as Freddy Krueger? Oof. Why would you do that and make him like a demon form?
How would they not know that they're there?
I don't freaking know.
Did that sign say Lake Crystal, or am I tripping?
It said Lake Crystal. Alright,
Now it
there's the
says
sign.
Camp Crystal Lake.
Oh, here's the big reveal.
It says Freddy they killed her, not his dad.
Yeah.
She's gonna trip. Jason just barging in. Oh, now all of a sudden there's a random fire. No, his machete's stuck. What? Why would you? Okay.
For one, never try to. You just freaking pimp slapped her, dude.
Yeah, fucking how dumb can you be?
And she sounded like she was like getting annoyed and not freaking aggressive at all. Sounded like she was like, I don't know, like freaking swatting the fly or something. Not even hitting Jason. Wow. My God, you're dumb. Oh.
Yeah, that must be a thick ass table.
Jesus. Oh, that's nice. What a nice boyfriend you are. Putting her hand in the fire.
Nope, now Freddy's in the room. So now they're playing rock music again. His face.
Jesus.
You pick Freddy up like he's nothing. He said, "Oh my God, he put him right through the glass." Why is he wearing them Frankenstein boots? It just bothers me.
God, why is he just... God, Freddy just got thrown like a rag doll. Yeah, just a scratch. Don't worry about me. You were a jerk to me anyway.
Yeah. I can't see how anybody watched this movie caring about any of the human characters. I just can't. I don't see it.
Yeah, I know.
People watch this movie just to see Freddy and Jason kick each other's ass.
Oh, I think... Oh, I can't wait for her scene because she's the one that gives the mutable image from Freddy. Oh, God, I love that
He's
image.
dead.
Are you smiling? She was an absolute jerk to you the entire movie. He's like smiling. Oh, here it comes, I think. Yes, okay, okay. This, she's a little bit redeemable for giving this image of Freddy Krueger. Okay.
I remember she just shit talks Freddy. I like how there's a. Is there supposed to be like a construction site by Crystal Lake or something?
I guess.
It's weird. So I'm guessing because this came out a year after Halloween Resurrection. I'm guessing this is supposed to be like their Busta Rhymes karate
Yeah.
fighting Michael Myers type thing.
Bye bye.
God damn.
God, I love that scene so much just because, for one, she gets ragdolled, and for two, the freaking memeable image. Wow. I so don't care about her explanation.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd like to watch Freddy fight Jason, but I wouldn't stick around. I'd like to see it, but I wouldn't stick around.
Yeah.
Oh, this scene's dumb. When he launches that at Jason.
Jesus, dude. Hey, at least they didn't go the route where they did like have Jason do like a freaking Matrix routine. At least they didn't do that. 'Cause that was very popular at the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm.
Jesus. Oh.
Yeah, all kinds of blood coming at him.
Oh. Oh. Jesus.
Freddy's really good at dodging him.
Yeah. Oh. There's no way that could put him all the way to the freaking, like, I guess like pier.
I bet, like, during some parts of this, like, where it looked like Freddy dies or it looked like Jason dies, people were probably pissed in the theater.
Probably.
Probably like right here.
Why did it have some like? Why did it have like a freaking piano sound like freaking like freaking Hanna-Barbera cartoons? Like, what was that? Looked like
Don't
I was
know.
freaking. Looked like I was freaking watching freaking I don't know, god dang, I don't know, Duck Dangerously or something, or some Looney Tunes. Like, God, again with the eyes.
Ugh. Yeah, is he trying to rip his heart out?
This is the scene of her where she probably got freaking paid immensely for this because of how she. That's what probably got her hired.
Oh damn! He just ripped Freddy's arm off.
Yeah.
Jesus, a lot of blood.
Jesus.
What's up, Erica? There's just a giant propane tank at Crystal Lake for some reason.
Of course there is. Convenience.
It's like the people who are doing the construction site knew that freaking Freddy and Jason were gonna have a match, so they like it's like one of those fucking backstage areas on a WWE game where they have everything set up for like a match. That's what this feels like.
Freaking Wyatt compound from 2K19.
Yeah, it just feels like it was set up for because they knew Freddy and Jason were gonna have a match.
Thank God. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. No, it's not. Doesn't matter. Your personalities are like freaking white bread. We won't care about you in the end.
Yeah, the way he's walking right there makes him look like Jason. But it's Freddy. But wait.
God. Oh, there's more.
Jason decided to do a backstroke there.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, she freaking I forgot about this when she gives a one-liner to Freddy.
It sounds so much more lamer when she says it.
What'd you say?
That line sounds so much more lamer when she says it.
I know. I imagine people would be pissed seeing that in the theater.
Yeah. Yay, we don't care no more.
Yeah. How's Jason even looking at her? Because Freddy stuck his claws in his eyes.
I don't freaking know.
So don't worry, Jason will be back in 6 years for his remake, and Freddy will be back in 7 for his.
They won't be good, but they're still there out there. In fact, the Jason one, I don't know if you know, but the Jason one was made by Michael Bay, and he couldn't even watch it because of how much nudity there was.
Oh, here's
He
the
walked out of the
famous
theater.
scene.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is the kind of shit I feel like they're gonna do with Kong and Godzilla.
Probably. Either that or they're gonna have the freaking Batman vs Superman route. We're not watching that. I'm telling you that. I'm not watching Batman vs Superman.
I always thought this was a weird music choice.
Oh, freaking no.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it. Wow, Ronnie, you kind of sucked at this, I gotta be honest.
Well, that's the credits, everybody.
Damian Shannon and Mark Soft, you suck. Like,
Sean S. Cunningham.
Douglas Curtis, you suck too. Robert Shea, Stokely Chaffin, and Renee Witt, you all suck. Fred Murphy, you also suck. John Willett, you suck as well.
Mark Stevens.
You definitely suck, Mark Stevens.
He was the editor.
You definitely suck because you edited this movie terribly. Kelly Rowland, what did you do?
I think this is
Jason
the names
Ritter?
of the actresses now. I think.
Well,
this
they
is
all sucked except for Robert Englund. So
Christopher George Marquette.
yeah, it is because there's the freaking guy I can't pronounce.
Lochlin Markel. I don't know how you say that. Catherine.
I don't
Isabel.
freaking know either. Just give freaking Robert Englund his credit. Thank you.
And Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger. The last time he was ever Freddy Krueger.
That is the only credit that they should have given is Robert Englund because he carried this goddamn movie.
I don't think this movie has an after credit scene. I don't think.
No, I don't think. I think that was the only.
Nope, I don't see it on here. It's about 6 more minutes of credits. I don't know if you want to watch all that.
I'm not watching all 6 minute credits. I'm fast forwarding.
A Sean S. Cunningham production. A Ronnie Yu film. Freddy vs. Jason.
Dude.
Now it's just gonna get to the boring credits. Okay, Ken Kersinger played Jason in this.
Okay.
Ken Kersinger. Dang, Freddy got top billing over Jason.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's their top dog.
Lori, which in this movie was spelled Lori, was played by Monica.
That gave a distinction.
Monica Keena, and Will, who was the other main character, was played by Jason Ritter. The black chick was Kelly Rowland.
She freaking sucks. Freak you. Hated you this entire movie.
Mark was played by Brendan Fletcher.
I actually want to see what she's also in because I don't want to watch her freaking movies.
Who, Kelly Rowland?
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure to stay away from her movies. Freak you.
Alright guys, that was Freddy vs. Jason. Oh shit.
Hey, you could go first, like as usual, of your opinions on it.
So like I said, like both of us have said, we've both seen this movie many times. So now it's hard to formulate thoughts after seeing this movie so many times. So for a versus film, obviously it's very early 2000s. At the time, the thing that sucked about this movie was it took this movie 10 years to come out because they set it up in Jason Goes to Hell, which I think was 1993, where at the end Jason gets pulled down to hell by Freddy's glove.
Thank God, the only movie she's known for is freaking Freddy vs. Jason. I don't have to deal with anything else.
But so they set that up in 1993. Between then, I'm pretty sure both Freddy and Jason had another film because I know they did Jason X.
Yeah, they did New Nightmare
Yeah.
for Freddy.
Because this movie was supposed to be the next one after Jason Goes to Hell, but it took them so long to make it that it didn't come out until 10 years later.
It was in development, like purgatory, basically.
I mean, it feels like it. It feels like this movie is not not that it's not finished, but it kind of feels like a rushed film.
It's very rushed, and you could tell. Like
Yeah.
they did not take any time on the characters. If they would have took some time on characters like they did for like these like movies' first characters like ever,
Mhm.
like Glory, like take for example, I don't know, freaking Nancy from A Nightmare on Elm Street. If they took it to that level where they actually made the characters good, then I would have cared. But I don't care.
Yeah.
I personally will never care about, especially Kelly Rowland. I don't know where you got your acting freaking classes at, but your acting skills are bad, and you should feel bad.
Oh my god.
I could probably act better than you, and I've never taken an acting class in my freaking life. Okay?
So my thoughts on this film.
Acting is not your goddamn freaking profession. Go work at a Walmart.
Oh my god. I think one thing that hurt this movie obviously was it taking so long to come out and it being in purgatory, but I think the one thing that really hurt this movie, I mean, I'm sure it was still popular when it came out, but imagine how different it would have been had this
I'm actually
movie
gonna
come
see
out. Imagine how different it would have been had this movie come out in the 80s when Freddy and Jason were both on top of the world. Imagine how different this movie would have been.
It probably would have got a lot more money.
Yeah. Like, I mean, because they're...
I'm actually gonna see the box office right now.
Freddy and Jason were the horror giants in the 80s. From the beginning of the 80s, with Friday the 13th, till
This
the
made
end
a
of
lot
the
of money.
80s.
You wanna know how much it made?
How much?
$116.6 million US dollars.
Is that opening weekend?
That's of all time, and the budget was
Oh.
only 25 million.
Well, all time. I mean, I don't think that's that good because freaking...
Oh, wait! I got the things for the first weekend actually. First weekend was 9 million.
That's not
So
good. That's not good.
I mean,
Freaking, like, movies like 2017 It and Halloween 2018 made damn near, what was it, 200 million first weekend? Or something like that? Or it's like,
yeah,
I forget. It's either 100 or 200 million, like, opening weekend. But that's probably the issue with, like, the movie taking so long to come out. And, like, by that point, by 2003, Freddy and Jason weren't that popular anymore. They were almost, like, completely died out by that point. Because by then, you had other stuff like Scream and other franchises at the time.
yeah. Especially because even the scary movie stuff was out,
Yeah.
and like that was really popular.
Yeah, and
So
at that time, Freddy and Jason weren't on top of the world anymore. That's why I said this would have been so much different and probably a lot better if it would have came out in the 80s when these two were at the peak of their popularity, because that is when everybody wanted to see them face. But they had to wait pretty much almost 20 years to get them to see them actually like go against each other. And I mean, I guess it's lucky that this movie even came out, because this seems like one of those movies that would have been scrapped or would have been in development hell forever.
yeah, it would have been like the sequel to this movie.
Yep,
That was
Freddy
scrapped.
versus Jason versus Ash.
Which that was scrapped because freaking New Line has an ego.
Yep.
So
I mean, it would have been a cool movie to see, just never got made. And I think it also hurt that this movie didn't do too well as well.
yeah, I don't think New Line's ever gonna do something like this again. Because I mean, New Line has a lot of other like horror stuff. I'm pretty
I mean,
sure they have freaking.
You got to
the
think
It
too.
series.
you got to think too. What two horror icons do we have? Like that. Well, what? Correct me. Correct myself. What two horror icons does any studio have now that would be on the level where they would want to see something like a Freddy versus Jason?
I
I don't
mean,
think they
I've
have
only
any of
I've
that
only
right
heard
now.
this from like horror fans, but I've heard people want Chucky versus Leprechaun.
I mean, well, yeah, but I don't think that's something everybody wants. Like with
Oh
this,
no, no.
this was something that everybody wanted. But I don't think there's there. Well, obviously there's no other characters like Freddy and Jason. But
No,
now
and there never will
there's
be.
there's
So
no like horror characters that were as big as Freddy and Jason in the 80s that people would want to see in a versus movie like this. I just don't see any right now. Because don't get me wrong, there's horror characters, but there's none where they dominate an entire decade and being the
yeah,
two biggest characters in the genre for an entire decade with
to
movies
be
coming out almost
honest,
every year.
like really all we get now, which is kind of sad, is just like either remakes or like ghosts, like paranormal stuff, which kind of sucks to be honest.
Yeah. And I mean, there is slashers right now. I mean, and another thing that sucks is both Freddy and Jason are nowhere to be found right now because Jason, his franchise, is completely fucked right now with all the lawsuits. And on Freddy's side of things, I don't know what's going on with that, but we have not
I
seen
think New Line,
anything.
I think New Line just wants to do other stuff to be honest, because I
Mm-hmm.
mean, New Line still owns Freddy because that's their freaking baby. So like, but they're still doing stuff with like they had a big hit with it. So I think they really like,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
I mean,
they're
and
not focusing too much on their old stuff.
we do have horror characters nowadays. Like I guess you could say Pennywise, even though he died in It Chapter 2. Michael
Yeah,
Myers is still around. This is the biggest Michael Myers has ever been. Like
yeah,
this is the most popular and the biggest that Michael Myers. That's why there's so many Michael Myers fans right now. Because like, and Dave McCrae explained this. Basically, Michael was there at the beginning of the '80s because of Halloween 2, which was '81. But then Michael died. Like the storyline of Halloween 2 ended, and there wasn't another Halloween movie, well, Michael Myers movie, until 1988. So between that time was when Freddy and Jason were dominating everything, and then by the time Michael came back, the slasher genre as a whole was starting to die out. So he kind of came back at the wrong time, and then it wasn't until when Scream came out, when horror was reinvigorated, then they made Halloween H2O, which put Michael really into the pop culture at the time. Even if you don't like the movie, it really did put Michael Myers and Halloween into the pop culture. Then they made Resurrection, which was horrible, and then the remakes. So then, like, Michael was still scattered around that time. And, I mean, during that time, they also had the Freddy remake and the Jason remake. But then, Michael came back in 2018, when, at that time, besides, obviously, they were still making Leatherface movies, but that's not even, like, that popular, to be honest.
no, oh
And,
my god, I'm pretty sure the last Leatherface movie was actually a a direct TV. You know,
mhm,
like the actual like cable company
yeah.
exclusive. Like,
Yeah, like and of course you had Chucky movies coming out, but Chucky's not on that level either.
it was
And
direct DVD as well since Seed.
yeah,
So
and there wasn't anything, in my opinion, in terms of the slasher genre of the characters we know from that genre. There wasn't anything big like that until It 2017 came out and killed the box
which
office.
honestly, do you consider it a slasher?
I mean, a lot of people lump it in, but basically what I'm saying is like you had a Leatherface movie in 2017, you had It 2017, you had Chucky still around, then Michael came back in 2018. Then
Yeah.
Michael was a really big one, and everybody has been into Halloween ever since. And Michael he's the most popular he's ever been right now, and especially it's helped with the times that we're living in with Halloween being so big and having social media. Because Freddy and Jason were huge in a time where there was no internet, or the internet was in its early stages, and there was no
Like in this
social
movie,
media.
god dang it. Freaking.
Yeah, but it's impressive that the way Michael is now is how Freddy and Jason were then. But Freddy and Jason didn't get popular because of social media. I'm not saying Halloween is popular now because of social media. It does have something to do with it, obviously, because it helps it get out there a lot with the trailers and like people talking about it and all that. But back then, in a time where they didn't have all that, it's impressive that Freddy and Jason both got as popular as they did. Because during that time, I remember, I don't know if it was like it for the Elm Street movies, but I know the Friday the 13th movies had a hard time because a lot of people were against those movies at the time. Because,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
I don't think Nightmare had that much issues, mainly because
Yeah.
it came out. It didn't come out every year,
Friday the
like
13th
Friday the
did.
13th. Yeah, so like when a Nightmare film came out, it was like, okay, it came out, so we're not gonna mention this because we have another movie that we don't like. So
Yeah. And then, like, so right now, like, Michael is the biggest right now. And it's also a
not,
good thing for Halloween because I don't know how it would go if Freddy and Jason did have movies right now, but this is like Michael is big right now, and there's no Freddy or Jason to compete with Michael right now. And I
I'm
don't know
actually
when there will be.
curious to see what happens when the Texas Chainsaw film comes out.
I mean, I don't know. I just like with Texas Chainsaw, I don't know if it's gonna be as popular as Halloween.
I don't know. From what I heard, it's supposed to be like the Halloween 2018.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So
also a good point. Psychotic Savage, the new Scream movie that's coming out too. That's another
yeah,
thing
that
that's
also.
coming out, and
Which
another slasher character that's coming back. Even though Ghostface really isn't a character, but
yeah, I mean, I think the last time we really saw Ghostface was the season 3 of the actual Scream TV series.
that's true. And the last time we seen a movie of it was Scream 4, which I don't even know what
Wasn't that?
year that came out.
I think it was either 2013 or 14.
But like, just like, I just right now I don't see. Obviously, Michael would definitely be one, but I just wouldn't fit with it. But I don't see any horror characters that are big like that to where there would be such a massive versus movie like this. I just don't see any right now. And like, there's no two horror franchises that are competing every single year with movies coming out. Like, that's just not a thing anymore.
I mean, there is like movies coming out in the same universe, but I don't think they're gonna be doing Annabelle versus freaking La Llorona or something. I don't think.
Yeah,
they're
and
gonna
it's
do
it's
that.
not like how Freddy and Jason were. Like, Friday the 13th was coming out every year. Elm Street was coming out like every other year or whatever it was, and like there isn't two horror characters from two different film studios that are so uber popular and are everywhere that people want to see them go against each other so bad. There's just nothing. There's nothing like Freddy versus Jason nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, the last thing that was like Freddy and Jason was the Saw films, because they would come out every year as well, from like 2003 all the way up to 2010, and then they finally took a break. And then I believe one came out in 2017, and then one's coming out this year, actually.
Isn't Scream 5 supposed to come out this year?
I don't think they even started filming, actually. So I don't think
I don't
so.
know.
I feel like it's supposed to be next year, because I don't think they've started filming.
Yeah.
I know they got David Arquette back, which I don't like David Arquette, but I could deal. But they got like most of the main actors back. So
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like,
I think they got Randy back, actually.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think of what I want to say. So, I mean, still, this movie is something special for its time, even though it came out way after it should have came out. Because that's what hurt this movie. It missed the mark of when it should have came out. So this movie to me feels like the fans finally got what they wanted, but it was too late. I feel,
Yeah.
and it hurt this movie. But for a versus movie, because this is really, I mean, obviously you've had like the versus movies in like the really old days, like the Mummy versus Frankenstein and shit like that. But this is like a one of a kind type of thing because there was never really anything like this before, and there really hasn't been anything like Freddy versus Jason since either.
No. And there really isn't that many versus movies if you think about it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
at least today's standards, the last versus movie was Batman versus Superman, and we all know how that turned out. But
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
the next one is Kong versus Skull, or Kong,
Kong versus Skull Island.
Kong versus Godzilla,
Kong versus
or
Skull
Godzilla,
Island.
or Godzilla versus Kong, whatever. Freak you, okay? Well, actually, this movie did win awards. Actually,
Freddy versus Jason.
yes. Well, let's see. Let's go by nominee. Let's see. It was nominated for best a Saturn Award for best horror film. It didn't win.
You said it was nominated. It didn't win.
Jason Ritter was nominated for an award. Face of the Future Award. He didn't win.
What? Face of the Future. What?
Yeah. BMI Film Music Award winner. Gray. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. Chainsaw Award is. They won that award. Best makeup / creature special effects. This is sad. Best actor Robert Englund could have got best actor, but he was only nominated. He didn't win.
Mm.
A lot of other awards, even Teen Choice Award nominees. Okay. Oh wow, Teen Choice Award. God dang it. Choice movie your parents didn't want you to see.
Teen Choice
What kind
Award.
of what kind of award is that?
I don't know.
I don't know. They won 2. I mean, let's see how many they were nominated exactly. They had 11 nominations, so in total. So I mean, in that way,
I do remember this movie had an official weigh-in of Freddy versus Jason. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't remember that.
They had an actual weigh-in where Freddy and Jason actually like they did a UFC style where Freddy stepped on the scale and then Jason stepped on the scale and then they did like a bunch of media stuff like it was a UFC fight.
Jesus.
And then
Wow,
they made like a trailer. It's with lines that aren't in the movie because it has like the main girl like when they're in the cabin on fire and Freddy and Jason are about to fight. It shows them about to hit each other and then it cuts to like the main girl and it's like Freddy versus Jason. Place your bets.
Apparently, the guy who played Jason had to actually get dental work to look like he had the Jason teeth.
What
And he went in the dentist office as Jason, so...
Oh god.
It was released on August 15th, 2003. So
Yep. So what's
a
your
month
thoughts
before
on
I
this
was
movie?
born.
What's your thoughts
my-
on this movie? Because I gave mine.
Well, did you give your rating?
What are we rating it out of?
Out of 5 stars, like usual.
This movie, I'm gonna go with the 2.5.
Okay. First of all, I'm gonna give it less. Just so you know, I'm gonna give it probably like a 2.2 out of 5. But I mean, I've watched this movie a couple times. The the human characters are insufferable. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I would rather watch a freaking sitcom, like a Disney Channel sitcom they have more fleshed out characters than this movie does. So like that's real freaking sad. But I mean the Jason and Freddy stuff was great, like the action scenes and stuff. And that's the only reason this movie gets like a 2.2 for me. Um, like you could tell some of the actors were given their like spots just by looks in general, especially the women. Because I'm just saying, freaking Kelly Rowland sucked and the main chick sucked. So, like, I mean, the only actors that I really recognize is Jason Ritter and freaking Robert Englund. So
Mm-hmm.
that's got to tell you something. Like, they were probably just picked up from the street. Like, hey, you want to be in a hit film starring Freddy and Jason? Come on, yeah, we'll pay you in freaking nickels. Like, it's not even like I don't think I really don't think that the actors were chosen great. The
Mm-hmm.
only actors that really were chosen correctly was Jason Ritter and Robert Englund. The other
Yeah.
actors sucked. I mean, if you could call the Ken guy an actor, I mean, he really just said nothing and hit things. So, is that
Mm-hmm.
really acting? So, I mean,
I mean,
I mean,
I don't know. A lot of people didn't like him as Jason in this movie because he felt too Frankensteinish and too like they wanted Kane Hodder's type Jason because was like more
yeah,
menacing.
I don't know. Just like the whole deal was like they didn't get their acting choices right.
Mm-hmm.
The acting sucked. God, the gore and stuff was great. I mean, but some of the stuff was stupid. Like especially that internet scene. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's just it feels like you were like the guy who did the internet was talking to their son or their daughter. It was like, hey, how do you use that internet thing? And they tried to explain it to him, but it didn't come across like it didn't come across right. So he just
Mm-hmm.
did what he wanted with the internet, and
Yeah.
it's so stupid, like and idiotic. Like he did not know what he was doing. Who like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like this film. I only like the fight
Hold
scenes.
on,
Like
Austin.
we
I'll be
say
right
at the
back.
okay, like we say with like the Godzilla films or the some I think we talked about the Kong films as well. Or the Kong film. Like it's not worth watching all the way through. It's only worth watching the fight scenes which you can find on YouTube. Like it's not even remotely good unless you're just watching the fight scenes. If you're just watching the fight scenes, okay, cool. Watch those fight scenes. The freaking like other stuff, it's not fun to watch. It's not even remotely. It's more annoying with the other stuff to watch. Um, yeah. So like, it freaking just. I don't know. I like this movie from what it could have been, but I don't like it in general. It shouldn't have been the way it was. Um, I don't really have anything else to say, or I'm just gonna be repeating myself. Um, I guess I'll read some comments. Uh, yeah, exactly. Like you said. I could check if Scream is done. Let me check. I don't know if it's just gonna be called Scream 5 or just Scream. I don't. Oh, Scream. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's in post production. Scream is in post production. So that means basically what that means is it's still like getting filmed and edited. Basically, is what that means. Um, Tyrese be jamming to the right to censor theme in public. Jesus Christ. Um, let's see. Yeah, for once people aren't targeting me. Thank you for that, guys. I enjoy that people aren't targeting me for roasts. Um, hmm. I think it's just legit roast after that. I don't really. I mean, I'm just hoping, honestly, we get another Nightmare film. We're definitely not gonna get another Jason film right now. Friday the 13th is on the back burner. It's gonna be on the back burner for a while. There's like 2 different lawsuits, so I don't think we're gonna get another Jason film for a good bit of years. Nightmare, I think New Line just needs to put up or shut up and actually make something. But I don't think they will because it's New Line and they got their whole Conjuring series that kind of like sucks. So I don't like the Conjuring. Or I don't. Well, I like the first Conjuring, but I don't like the whole universe that they have. Like Annabelle sucked. Freaking La Llorona sucked. God dang. What else did they have? The 2 other Annabelle films sucked. Conjuring 2, haven't watched it. Trying to think of what else they have. The Nun sucked. Man, a lot of things have sucked. Like, when it comes to horror. I'm not really a guy that likes ghost films or anything because I think they're oversaturated. And the only one I really like, possession-wise, I guess, would be The Exorcist, like the original, not the sequels. So, I really, you know. I don't know what to say now. I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean, I guess I could try to. I honestly don't know what to do now. I'm trying to figure it out, but Demo's not here, and usually we'd be done after this. So, but again, this movie is rated 2.2 stars out of 5 from me. It's rated 2.5 stars for Demo. Um, it's just not great. I mean, I remember watching this and not liking it. Of course, the only Nightmare films I like is the first one, the third one, and New Nightmare. And the only Jason films I like is the first one, Part 2, and the final chapter. So, Friday the 13th Part 2 would be my favorite Jason film, and Nightmare on Elm Street 3 would be my favorite Freddy film. Those 2 were great. I mean, I like both of them. I'm not really. When it comes to the Nightmare film, I'm really like skeptical. Nightmare films, mainly because the first one is my favorite movie of all time. So, like, out of all genres and everything, it's my #1 favorite movie of all time. So that's why I only like 1, 3, and New Nightmare. Um, I mean, I'm not that much of a guy that likes the Jason films that much. I like the Jason films. Don't get me wrong. I like the Friday the 13th films. but I don't like them as much as I do like other films. That's why I only like the first, the second, and final chapter. I mean, I could. I like Kane Hodder's work from 7 through X, so I mean that's good, of course, but I don't really like the films exactly that much. I like them, but I just don't like them as much as the other Friday 13th films that I like. So this film is definitely something that this film is also definitely something that screams 2003, which was the year I was born. So I know that movies were bad back then. Oh my god. This is the same year that had Freddy Got Fingered and Son of the Mask come out. So this year was pretty rough when it comes to films. Which kind of sucks, to be honest. Like, if you think about it, there wasn't that many good films in 2003, and it was mostly bottom of the barrel garbage. So, oh god. And then I think, I mean, they had Saw. Saw was in 2003. So I mean that they had that. I know Demo doesn't like the Saw films. He says they're too gruesome for him, which I don't know. I've seen a lot of gore, so I don't really think they're that bad. I mean, they're definitely cringe-worthy of like gore and stuff, but they're not freaking like awful. Like I could point to some things that are awful. Like Final Destination, like 5 is definitely uh, a freaking film that makes me want to puke a little bit. Yeah, I mean Saw's good. I like the Saw films. Demo doesn't want to watch the Saw films because he gets nauseous when he watches them. So I don't think we're gonna do any live commentaries of the Saw films. Um, I mean, I could always ask him, but I don't think that'd be the case. Uh, I mean, I don't really know. I mean, that's what he says, that he gets nauseous when he watches them. So Mark Hoffman is my favorite Saw character, and John. Those are two good characters. Yeah. Uh, Z King Demo is he went to go do something. He's not here yet, but I'll tell him about your comment. I mean this film was definitely good for the fight scenes, but not the character development and stuff. Well, I think the seventh one, was it Saw 3D? I think that one sucks. Because if you think about it, it really, when it comes to Saw 3D, besides the chick that cheated on the one dude for the other dude, and they both had to choose whether she lived, I think that like most of the kills are innocent people and not people that are um like I guess like bad people. Do I like Manhunt? I don't know what that is. If you could tell me what that is, I could see about it, but I don't know what it is. It's a survival horror game. Oh, I think I've heard of that. Isn't that the one that got a lot of controversy about it? I've heard about it and seen some clips, but I haven't played it for myself. And I've heard it had a lot of controversy and actually got taken off store shelves for a bit. But I haven't really played it for myself, so I wouldn't know if I liked it or not. Oh, there's two of them. Okay. Cool, man. I definitely agree with it. Was just Freddy and Jason bought this movie up. Jason was especially dominant in the movie, killing a huge amount of people, even stealing Freddy's kill. Yeah, I mean, the kills and the fight scenes were good. So yeah, but the human characters, definitely not. Manhunt is more scary and 2 is more violent. Okay. I mean, I could always check it out. Some games I don't know if they'll be my cup of tea. The only sports games I play are wrestling games and stuff like that. Uh, I've never, even though I've liked horror, I don't really do much horror games. I do more survival or I don't know. I guess I do more games where I could. I could show you my game catalog right now on PS4. I got Mortal Kombat, Injustice, Dead by Daylight, Avengers, Spider-Man, the 2K games, Rocket League, Fall Guys, stuff like that, Minecraft, stuff like that I usually play. So I'm not really that, and I'm not really a Rockstar Games fan. I'll play Grand Theft Auto 5 online, but I'll only play it online because I don't really like the stories to those games. Got even more controversy. Okay. I mean, I heard of a lot of games getting controversies. I remember there was a game about a teddy bear that killed other teddy bears. It's really hard to find now. It was on the Xbox 360, and it got taken off store shelves, and it can't be bought no more. So, I mean, yeah, if Manhunt 1 is more like a snuff thing, I wouldn't. That wouldn't be my cup of tea. I mean, if it's yours, more power to you. I don't know about me though. I could watch a horror movie fine, but I don't know. I like to play more games that are strategy based or survival or stuff like that. Not more. I think most violent I get was Mortal Kombat. To be honest, I guess you can count the forest being violent too, but I don't know. It's about a director that likes filming horror movie with actual. Okay, that's actually a little interesting, but I don't know about the snuff thing. What you said about the snuff thing, I don't know. Um, it sounds like an interesting premise for a movie actually, more than a game. Because I could actually see that being a movie or something. I don't see it being doing that well as a game. I feel like it would translate better with it being if it was like a movie. It's very scary and sick. Well, I mean, I haven't played it, so I mean, I guess I could look at the trailer. Is it on PS4? I don't really know. I mean, I'll look it up. Uh, okay. I think that is it. I don't think maybe it's called Manhunt. Um, is this by Rockstar? Okay, yeah, it is by Rockstar. It doesn't have a trailer. It has screenshots though. I'll look at the screenshots. It looks like it was made during like the PS2 days. I mean, in the screenshots, they don't show too much. It just shows like, I guess, characters. It shows a guy being put on like a torture kind of device type thing. It's just somebody running away from people. Shows somebody with a gun. Shows police officers with guns shooting, and somebody with a mask that says, "Please stop me." The Evil Within games are very scary. It's a survival horror with survival horror aspects. I've heard the Evil Within. I haven't. I think I was like, I think I was like 9 or 10 when like the trailers for that came out. Um, I'll look it up. Evil Within. I think I actually have seen the trailer before. Oh, okay. Okay. Tyrese, stop. I'm not no racist. It's not funny. Um, I wish there was a new X-Men or Wolverine game. That would be cool. I would enjoy that. Like I'm a Marvel guy myself. I watch DC, but I'm not the bet. Like I'm not all. I'm more Marvel than DC. I like DC, but I don't go into it as much as Marvel. Manhunt makes GTA look like a kid's game. Well, I don't know if that'd be my cup of tea then. Yeah, I've seen the Evil Within trailer. Yeah, I'm looking at it now, and yeah, I've definitely seen this trailer before. I mean, it looks cool. I don't know. I don't know if I would play it on my channel per se, but like, I don't really. I don't know. It looks cool though, and it looks like it only took 3 years for the Evil Within 2 to come out. So yeah. Um, just waiting for Nemo to come back. I don't know where he went. Um, and the director wants you to kill for him in his movie in Manhunt. Okay. Evil Within 2 is more open world. I know which is more scarier, especially with the guardians roaming around at certain aspects of the game. I mean, it seems like a good game. I just don't know. I mean, I could always try it, but You play as that guy from on death row for many crimes. Okay. I mean, that sounds like a Rockstar game. Uh, you should watch the trailer for Manhunt. I was trying to. It didn't have a trailer. It only had a some screenshots. It didn't have a trailer on it. There are PS2 trailers. Okay. Guess I'll go to YouTube on PS4 then. Yeah, a second. It's load. I'm loading YouTube up right now. Um, man, hunt. Oh, if I could spell it right. Let me see. Oh, I spelled it wrong. I'm stupid. Okay. Official trailer PS2. Oh, I gotta turn that down. I don't know if that's giving an echo. I don't want Demo to get copyrighted for Rockstar. Rockstar North Production. Demo said he might be a while. Wow, that really didn't show much for a trailer, but I mean, from what it looked like, it wasn't really that enticing. I don't know. Is there any other questions that you guys want to ask me or anything? Uh, oh, that's just mean. Okay. Why are you calling me a loser? I could just realize I could legit put you in timeout for that. I mean, I could always look at some gameplay footage for it. Psychotic Savage. I can always look up some gameplay. I might be wrong. I don't know. It's like a stealth game. Okay. A lot of stealth involved, and the Manhunt game is very gory and messed up. First one is alright, but Manhunt 2 is best to play on PC, but just because it's uncut. Okay. I mean, I don't know if I could play it per se on PC, to be honest, due to the fact that I don't really have that much of a good PC. So, yeah, it's mainly why I play on console. Also, console has more exclusives and stuff, so. Well, I know, but he said the Manhunt 2 uh, is best to play on PC, so that's why I was saying that. Psychotic Savage. I looked up Manhunt and saw it on PlayStation Store, so I know it's on the PlayStation Store. Okay, so they turned down the violence. That's why it's the best way. Okay. Oh, I don't know what to talk about. Um, if there's any questions you want to ask me, I'll gladly take them and answer them. Also, Manhunt is hard. It took me 4 years to beat. Yeah, that would be. I don't know. With me, I've really I really only have completed one game 100%, and that's Spider-Man PS4. So I don't know if a difficult game, especially for me, would be great. Exactly. I kind of, when it comes to me in difficult games, I kind of get annoyed. I mean, not that they're bad or anything. I could play a good game and be bad at it. But like, I don't know. It's only because the controls are kind of bad. Well, it's Rockstar. That explains it. I mean, I wouldn't have freaking thought to just like tap freaking X just to run GTA. So Rockstar has weird controls. So I'm back. Demo is busy right now. He's gonna be a bit. It's just me right now. There's at first it's like the Warriors a bit. I haven't played the Warriors actually. No, we finished watching the movie. We were just giving our final thoughts, and Demo had to go do something. Basically, he gave his final thoughts. I gave all mine, so I'm just answering questions now. Um, until he gets back. Also, you press X on the controller. The more you hold down, the more brutal the kill. Huh. I mean, I don't. That's a weird control. How do you even program that? That's kind of weird. Manhunt is his own thing, I think. I mean, yeah, I, I assume it's like very unique in a way, if that's what you mean by that. We will be once Demo gets back, but I don't know when he's getting back. Have you watched August Underground? I have not. What is that? I am very curious on what that is. It's a horror movie. Okay, I could. Let me look up August Underground. What the freak? Okay. Is it okay? This looks like it was filmed with a camcorder. It feels real. But snuffish. It feels real. Huh. It looks like there's a sequel. There's two sequels to it. No, I'm not scared of horror movies. Hasty, violent, and gruesome executions. I always used to do the gruesome. Okay. I always chose the gruesome on Manhunt. Okay. As well. Okay. Hmm. Manhunt has its own star system? What do you mean by that? It judges how fast you were and stuff. Okay. That's kind of interesting. You can unlock 4 mini games. Hmm. Scott, it was. I mean, I like the fight scenes and the kills, but the human characters and stuff just wasn't good. Like, I gave it a 2.2 out of 5, so. Emo gave it a 2.5 out of 5, so. And also some in-game art of the beta stuff. Well, that's kind of cool. Cool Easter egg for people who played. I'm trying to platinum it on PS4. Dang. Yeah. Like I said, the only game I platinumed was Spider-Man PS4. So at least the main story. I'm still working on the DLC. Um. I said it earlier. I play the 2K games, obviously. Wrestling games, I should say. I play Fall Guys, Rocket League, Minecraft, Mortal Kombat, Injustice, The Forest, Dead by Daylight, Avengers, Spider-Man, stuff like that mainly. Like, There are two difficulties: fetish and hardcore. Hmm. Some weird difficulties. Manhunt is pretty sick when you find out why they kill. Tyrese will never get a PS4. Uh, for some reason, I kind of hate that 2007 Black Black Sam Raimi suit isn't in Spider-Man PS4. Well, I feel like that's more of a symbiote than a suit. That's probably why they didn't use it. In my opinion, to turn people on by killing for fun. Well, that's your whole deal, Psychotic Savage. You do you. I like games and movies that aren't afraid to break rules. Well, I like some movies that go like beyond some boundaries and stuff because they could tell a good message. But like, I can understand why you would and stuff. Demo glitch. What? Spider-Man PS4. What? Scott. What was that supposed to mean? Yeah, like that for example, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a good film, and it broke the rules and caused controversy. Yeah, it's a good example of something that I enjoy. Manhunt 1 and 2 also did that. Yeah, you said that. I assumed it did by the way how much controversy it had. Oof. I'm not just gonna click on that link, Scott. Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Alright, you are back.
I didn't mean to be gone so long, just dealing with the personal thing.
Oh, give me 1 second.
Oh, no,
You go ahead and talk some more.
What were you talking about? Alright,
I told them my opinion, I gave it a 2.2, and I was answering questions.
Alright. I mean, like I said, my rating's about a 2.5.
Sorry, I had to take out my dogs. I hadn't taken them out since before the movie.
And then I took my dog out too while I was gone. But I didn't mean to be gone for so long, but I was just dealing with a personal thing.
Oh, that's alright.
But,
If you want to, we could just do the outro after you're done talking.
Alright, well, my final thoughts on this movie, it's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but I do think it's really a disappointing film. I mean, it delivered on the whole Freddy versus Jason aspect in terms of them fighting. It delivered on that. I just think all the stuff outside of it that made it a film should have been done way, way better.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not the worst movie we've watched. Not even close.
Oh, no. Definitely not.
But it is a pretty... I mean, I liked this movie better than Kong Skull Island.
Yeah, because I mean, I gave it 3 more points than Kong Skull Island, because it was Kong Skull Island for me was like 1.9.
Yeah. And freaking... I mean, it's not even on the same scale as Endgame.
Oh god, dude, Endgame is negative levels. You can't even... You can't...
And this movie, as a movie with two, just to say it, monsters fighting each other, this did it way better than King of the Monsters did.
Yeah.
I mean both movies...
I can't...
Go ahead.
I can't wait for a movie where we actually get to where we could put like 4 stars or 5 stars. Because my god, we're stuck in like the 2s to all the way to the negatives.
Yeah, but both movies they have stupid human characters, and all you want to see is the two monsters fight. That's how all these versus movies feel to me. But for what it was, I think it was alright.
And I think he left again. Give me a sec. Maybe he's back. Okay.
But, I mean, for a Freddy versus Jason movie, I guess it delivered on what people wanted, though I do feel like people did want more from it, and it should have been more than it was. But it's a decent film. But with that being said, that's really all I got to say about it, because I've seen this movie countless times, but this is the first time in a couple years that I've actually sat down and watched it, because any other time it's been on, I'll just glance at it and I'm like, oh, Freddy versus Jason's on again. So
Yeah.
You have any final thoughts?
Oh, like I said, human characters suck. The fighting scenes were good, and Robert Englund should have won that award. Freak Kelly Rowan or whatever her freaking name is. It's a 2.2 for me, and that's all I gotta say.
Alright. Well, with that being said, that was Freddy vs. Jason from 2003. In terms of what we're covering next,
I've
I'm
made
not
the
sure.
thumbnails for 4 other things, so we could
Hmm.
do one of those, or we could do something else from the list.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to decide when we get to it.
Yeah.
Um, but let me read some of these comments since I haven't been here.
Z King said something about he basically agreed with what we said about the movie, basically.
Mhm.
And
Psychotic.
then Psychotic Savage has been talking about Manhunt and stuff.
Hmm. Psychotic Savage says Michael Myers and Leatherface are my favorite killers. Me personally, Michael Myers is my favorite, and I think Freddy is Austin's favorite, right?
Yeah, it is.
Um, I might feel differently about this movie if it was like Freddy versus Michael Myers or Jason versus Michael Myers or something. Maybe I would feel differently about it, but Enigma Saint Jimmy says the kill when Jason spun that guy's neck around was an alright death. I mean, the kills in this were alright. Some of them look good, but most of them kind of looked or they kind of just looked crappy. Like the dude getting his torso cut in half, that looked bad. Um,
Yeah.
at the beginning, the dude getting stabbed over and over and over, and then getting like sandwiched, that was cool. The dude's dad that was beheaded was lame. Um,
Yeah, it
it's,
was like the beheading was like a broken toy, basically.
yeah. So it really depends. I mean, you obviously knew this movie was gonna have kills, but Freddy, I feel like, is too goofy. The later Freddys, yeah. Me personally, I like. That's why I like Nightmare 3 so much, because I feel like that movie was really the last time we had super serious Freddy, like scary Freddy, but was also a little bit of the comedy mixed in there. I think that was like the perfect balance of Freddy for me. But after that, seeing all the films after that, I don't understand why people say Freddy's too goofy and hokey and cracking the one-liners and stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's when Freddy went from being a serious character to where he was so popular that he was like a mainstream superstar. Because like
Yeah,
Freddy
he
was
even got
everywhere.
I think he actually got like a song made about him too, like a mainstream song that went like platinum, I think.
Yeah. I prefer dark and serious horror. So do I. That's why, like, I mean, I know a lot of people say this, but that's why, like, the first Halloween is like one of my favorite movies, if not my favorite, just because of how like dark and serious and atmospheric and creepy the movie is. And you don't see
That's
a lot of
why I
movies like
like
that.
that's why my favorite movie of all time, like just in general, is The Nightmare on Elm Street. So
Hmm.
1984, don't get it wrong with the remake.
A lot of
I don't
people,
want this.
a lot of people really hate on Nightmare 2. Are you a fan of Nightmare 2? Because I like Nightmare 2.
It's okay, but it's not the best Nightmare film, in my opinion.
For me, I like the first Nightmare, I like the second one, and my favorite one is Dream Warriors, which is the third one. And then after that, I don't really like any of the other ones.
I do know for some reason, like apparently, and too, a lot of people focus on like the homosexual undertones or whatever.
Hmm.
But I never really got that,
Me
so
neither.
yeah.
But as far as Jason goes, since we're talking about Freddy, for Jason, and
I
his
mean,
films are, hmm,
I was saying how my favorite Friday films were uh a Nightmare or not. Well, I'm not talking about Nightmare. Freaking Final Chapter 1 and 2 were the only ones that I really like of Friday films. And the Nightmare films, I said 1, 3, and New Nightmare.
hmm,
I actually like New Nightmare. I don't know if you do.
I never watched it.
It's basically like
I
it's
know
basically
what
like
it's about,
Freddy.
but I just never watched it.
Yeah, I watched it on a school bus. So
As far as Jason's films go, they're a mixed bag for me because I mean it's a like whether people like to admit it or not, people hold Friday the 13th as one of the most legendary horror franchises of all time, and it is in its own right. But it's a shitty franchise at the end of the day, and
It kind of is.
I don't say that to be mean or to hate on the franchise, but you just look at the reason that the movies kept being made, and you look at just how expendable a lot of the characters were, how there was no continuity movie to movie. It's just a shitty franchise. I mean, not to say Halloween is the best franchise, because Halloween has been a shitty franchise too, and Nightmare's had its fair share of shittiness. They all
Oh,
have when they
yeah.
start getting into like part 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They all get like that
God,
eventually.
don't even get me started on Freddy's Dead, okay? Don't even get me started on that.
Perfect example. But with Jason movies, Friday the 13th, the only ones I like, I don't really like the original. I find the original really boring. I love part 2 because I love Sackhead Jason. Part 3 is okay. I don't prefer to watch it. I like part 4 a lot. Part 5, I don't mind it. It's just, it's not Jason, so it goes lower on the scale for me. But I can look past that, but I understand why a lot of people hate it because it's not Jason. I really like part 6. Part 6 is really good. And actually, part 7, at the end of the day, part 7's not bad either. Part 7's not that bad. Part 8 is terrible. Goes to Hell is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And Jason X, okay, so I'm not saying I like Jason X, but Jason X for me is a guilty pleasure movie where it's a movie where I know how fucking stupid the movie is, how it's so nonsensical, how Jason is in space and becomes like a super robot cyborg and shit. But for me,
So it's like me with a fanatic, basically.
like I can watch that movie with somebody just to fucking like laugh at how fucking just out there it is, and it's like they went balls to the wall with this movie. I can watch it and have a good time watching it, but not being like serious like a movie critic about it.
Plus, it has one of the best kills.
Which
Out of
one?
the series. The freak. What is it? Where he freezes the head and like
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're
and
talking
freaking just completely just slams her.
about. I mean, I don't know if you knew this, but they were actually supposed to do a Michael Myers in space, but it never happened. That was one of the original ideas for Halloween 6 was to have Michael in space.
Oh my god.
Thank God that never
You know,
happened.
and well, actually, somehow that's better than the incest storyline if you think about it.
But yeah, I guess.
Somehow that's a little bit better than the freaking incest story.
I mean, I think Michael in space could have worked if they would have did it right. Like, I don't want to go too into detail because this is like the thing with like Michael Myers movies. Since Michael's my favorite killer and it's my favorite franchise, I can get super into detail about it. Like, I can, like, if I wanted to right now, I could go into detail about how a Michael Myers movie in space could work, how I would do it, things I would like in it that I think could work. I could go into all that right now, but this is about Freddy versus Jason, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, Jason X is a guilty pleasure movie for me. I actually do not. I don't fully like the remake. I like most of it. I really like Jason in the remake. They did Jason really well in the remake with how like they actually made Jason smart for once. Like Jason is actually smart in that movie.
I like the girlfriend of the main guy mainly because she plays Killer Frost in The Flash, and I like her in The Flash, so she's a good actor or actress, I should say.
Well, I liked how in that movie they made Jason smart with setting up traps and tripwires and like showing the tunnels under Crystal Lake to show how he gets around to places so fast. Like I really like how they made Jason like not only just a fucked up serial killer, but like a smart woodsman at the same time. It really showed how Jason was able to fend for himself all his life instead of just
Michael Bay produced it, so I'm surprised it was.
I mean, I see
Of course,
what is wrong with the movie about like way too much nudity and how a lot of the characters suck in it, and the story
and the
sucks.
thing is, what confuses me is that it has so much of the nudity, and Michael Bay said it had a lot of nudity, but he walked out of the film because of so much nudity on the premiere. So the guy who legit puts Megan Fox in schoolgirl outfits in a Ninja Turtles movie can't see a lot of nudity. That's what gets me. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
do you like Jason's wheelchair kill? I'm assuming you're talking about in part 2 where he drives the machete into Mark's face and then his wheelchair goes flying down the steps. I like that kill. I like everything about part 2. It's probably my favorite Friday the 13th movie. If I had to like put my favorites in order, for me it goes part 2, part 6, and then part 4. I really like part 6. Like part 6 is, to me, a really enjoyable movie. I fucking love the Alice Cooper theme song for the movie. I like Jason in the movie because, like, at that point, they knew Jason was just fucking superhuman and they fucking went with it, and Jason just didn't give a fuck the whole movie. Like, I like that movie. And like I said, part 7 is not that bad. Part 7 is basically Jason versus Carrie, but I guess, I don't know. I heard something, it was supposed to be Jason versus Carrie or something, but they couldn't get the rights to Carrie or something.
Basically what happened was Stephen King owned parts of the rights to Carrie because it was his book. So the studio that made the Carrie movie wanted to do a Jason versus Carrie, but Stephen King didn't allow it. So
yeah, because I mean, you could tell that they just went with their idea anyway. Just the girl wasn't called Carrie, but like the whole with it not being Carrie, just it does make it stupid how she just has telekinesis for no reason. But as like the rest of the movie goes, if you discount that, I think it's a solid Friday film. Like, I love how Jason looks in that movie with like the chains and like the showing his bones and stuff. And that was the first movie also where Kane Hodder played him too, and I really do like Kane Hodder as Jason. Then part 8, even though it's Kane Hodder, I hate part 8. I don't like part 8 whatsoever.
I don't like part 8. I don't like freaking part 9. I don't like Jason X. I don't like... I think from after 4, I kind of just don't like any of the other films, to be honest. I like Kane Hodder in the films, but I don't like the films in general. But
like part 5 or 6?
I don't like 5 or 6. 5 is definitely because it wasn't really a Jason film to me.
Would you
6,
agree? Well, go ahead, talk about 6.
6, I definitely like the superhuman aspect, and I like that, but like to me, it got to a point where it was just rinse and repeat for me. So
yeah. So what I was gonna say is, do you agree with this? A lot of people, I agree with this. Watching the first one all the way to, let's just say part 10, Jason X. Do you agree that Friday the 13th Part 5 is the last one that really has that classic feel, and that feels like that like 80s type movie? Well, that like early 80s type feel, because then when Part 6 comes in, that's when they add like the rock and roll in, and like just all the crazy shit happens after Part 6. But a lot of people agree that Part 5 is the last that feels like a classic Friday the 13th film.
I mean, I don't like part 5, but they do got something right there, because it doesn't feel like it's out there.
Yeah. To me, it feels like the only ones that feel like that is part 1 through 5 that have that classic feel to it. And then once you get to part 6 feels different, but it doesn't stray too far away from what Friday the 13th is. Then part 7 is when all the Carrie supernatural stuff comes, and then part 8 is when it gets even crazier. Part 9 is the most out there movie. I mean, for God's sakes, Jason's a body hopping heart demon. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus.
And then Jason X
Jason X is just I feel like they just didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they did not care. They were going to do whatever they wanted.
At least
Because
Jason was Jason in that movie. That's why I rank Jason X over Goes to Hell, just for that simple fact.
well, Part 9 and X, they definitely just did not care. They're like, we just need to get some films out there before this Freddy versus Jason film, so we could get some sort of relevancy.
Yeah, I
And
remember that's why
like,
they did that too, because since this movie was taking so long to come out, Freddy vs. Jason, they made New Nightmare and Jason X because they didn't want people to lose interest in Freddy or Jason before this movie came out. I don't really think that
yeah.
worked too well, but that's why they made Jason X and New Nightmare.
I mean, I liked New Nightmare. I didn't like it Jason X, so they were doing something right with New Nightmare, but not
Yeah.
right with X. So, well, do you want to just end it now?
Yeah, I feel like it's a good time to end it. We talked about just, I mean, one more thing I want to ask is like, seeing this movie now, watching it again, do you like it any more than you did before? Do you feel any differently about it than you do before? Because me personally, I don't like it as much as I did before. I still like the Freddy versus Jason stuff, but the movie as a whole, I don't like as much as I did.
I think I just hate the human characters more. Cause like, I, I've always liked the fight scenes and I've always liked the kills. I just hated the human characters. But I think watching it again just makes me hate him more, especially Kelly Rowan. What was your problem? I'm sorry, I just can't let it go. What was her problem? She was just a jerk the entire time. And then she expects the guy to sacrifice himself, which he did. But she expects the guy. Oh my god, it just makes me despise human characters even more. But that's about it.
I did enjoy watching it. It's not that I did. It's not like I didn't have a good time sitting down watching this
No,
movie.
I had a good time. I mean, the human characters.
Yeah. I mean, this is the kind of movie that you just put on with a couple of friends and you just eat popcorn to, and like you don't. This is the kind of movie that usually people don't like get super criticky and in depth about it. They just watch it because, oh, it's Freddy and Jason going at it. But when you get to that critic side of thing and you can critique it, and you start getting into the details and you start picking this movie apart, it starts to fall apart because
It definitely does.
this movie, outside of Freddy fighting Jason, which is the entire point of this movie has no depth, no real story, nothing to hold it together except
It doesn't
Robert
really
Englund
have
and
any
Jason.
like transition, like anything, because like it just freaking goes to the next scene, and then it's another scene, another
Yeah.
freaking scene.
That's why I think this movie felt so fast when we were watching it, because this felt way shorter than Kong Skull Island, and that felt short.
I thought it was gonna feel longer than Kong Skull Island because of how awful the human characters were.
Yeah.
But the editing, I guess the editor had some like cocaine that day because God,
This
he was
movie
freaking.
had no pacing. This movie had no tone, no atmosphere. It had no feel to it. Like, it just, like, when I was watching it, to me it just felt like it was just going scene after scene, and the movie just felt like it was going like scene to scene to scene to scene to scene, just nonstop.
It felt like a blink and you miss it freaking movie.
Yeah. I mean, literally, I was gone for like a minute getting a drink, and when I came back, like, if two other scenes had happened already.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, and I think that's why it felt so fast, even though it's an hour and 37 minutes. So it's not even that long of a movie to begin with. I mean, to me, it barely feels like a feature-length film, because it's just barely 90 minutes. Because that's the requirement for a feature-length film. I think is 90
I don't
minutes.
think it's no, it's not a requirement because I've seen movies be shorter than that in theater. In the
I don't
theater,
know.
so
I thought it was a requirement.
no, the requirement is at least over an hour, but it's not. it's not a requirement to have it 90 minutes. Usually that's what people make it because
Mm-hmm.
they
And this
want it to be
movie
more
barely makes that
substance.
by 7 minutes.
And half of that 7 minutes, I think, is the credits. So
Yeah, that's true. Because at a minute and 31, it had 6 minutes of credits left.
yeah, so
I really want to know, like, how many people fucking were important to this movie that they needed, six, almost 7 minutes of credits.
I really don't know. I mean, the effects team maybe, and Robert England, maybe Jason Ritter, but that's about it. That's all I could think of.
Yeah. Uh, at the end of the day, this is a decent film. It's not the best film from either one of these slashers that you're gonna find. As a versus movie, it gets the job done. I mean, you get what's
Better than Batman
advertised.
versus Superman.
Yeah, I mean, you get what's advertised. It's not like you go into it and Freddy and Jason aren't fighting. You do get to see Freddy and Jason
No,
fight, and it is cool
it's
to see them
not
fight.
like it's not like you get to see Freddy and Jason and they're fighting and they're going at it, and then for some reason, like Freddy goes, "Don't tell go tell Nancy that I'm not gonna kill her," and then Jason stops, and then he talks for the first time. Why did you say that name? And then they go fight freaking, I don't know, Leatherface. It's not like that. Thanks, Batman vs Superman. I freaking hate you. I hope you. I'm never watching that movie. I'm never watching that movie again. I
I've
hate
never
it.
seen it.
It's awful. I
Remember
saw
when
it in
it came out,
theaters.
everybody was hype about it. Like they were hype about Batman versus Superman, like they're hype about Kong versus Godzilla. And I'm sure they were as hyped for that as people were about Freddy versus Jason at the time. Um, the thing for me about this comparing this to like King of the Monsters is at least in this when Freddy and Jason were fighting, you got to see them fight and they didn't just cut to the human characters every single time they were fighting. I mean, you had a couple minute long fight scene. I mean, granted, I mean, you have Freddy and Jason who are actual people in costume, but with Godzilla and stuff, you have to use CGI, obviously, which costs more money. I understand that, but
Yeah.
but with this, you got way more time of them actually fighting on screen and less interjection from the human characters, at least compared to King of the Monsters. I fucking hate King of the Monsters, god damn it.
I do want to ask, when it comes to Kong versus Godzilla, do you want to do that on the day it comes out on HBO Max? Like, once you get off? Because it's going to be a Friday.
Well, I'd have to get HBO Max then.
Yeah. Well, that's how we would have to watch it and, like, do a live commentary on it, so...
I mean, we're ready for it because we watched all the build-up movies, so...
Yeah, that's why I'm asking if you just want to do it on the 31st when it comes out, because, like...
Mm-hmm. I mean, I want to see it when it comes out regardless, so yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like that'd be easier.
Yeah. Robert Englund is a phenomenal actor. Yes, sir. I mean, he's most famous for Freddy. I know he's been in other stuff, but a lot of people, like...
He's doing cameos now.
Is he doing it as Freddy?
Oh, he does the Freddy voice. He doesn't do the makeup.
I saw he was Freddy recently on the Goldberg show.
I did not see that.
Yeah, I mean, he looks a lot older and more fatter, but Robert Englund did like dress
Yeah.
up as Freddy again.
Here, I'll have to see how much he is, because he definitely was worth it. Because I saw him do a cameo where he was talking to a class of kids, and for one, teacher, why would you get a cameo for Robert Englund? But, like, you know, for a class, I think it was like elementary too, so I'm like, well, why would you get Robert Englund? They're not gonna know who that is.
But a lot of people view Robert Englund as their Freddy, and a lot of people think that Robert Englund is the only person who could ever be Freddy, which I don't think that's true. Obviously, he's the best Freddy. And besides Jackie Earl Haley's one movie, he is Freddy because no one else has been Freddy. But I think that someone else who's a really good actor, not necessarily a famous actor, but someone who can take Freddy and take the spirit of what Robert Englund did with Freddy, but make it into their own performance. And that's the thing that people don't understand is a lot of people say they want Kevin Bacon to play Freddy or names like that, like
You.
people who or some said like Johnny Depp and stuff. Like people want these people who are good famous actors to be Freddy, but what they don't realize is people won't look at them as Freddy. Like if you have
Never
Kevin ba-
mind.
when you have Kevin Bacon or Johnny Depp as Freddy, you're like, "Oh, well that's Johnny Depp playing Freddy." But the difference between that and having somebody who is an unknown actor but who can really do good with the role and make it their own and make you believe that that's fucking Freddy. And you look at them like people did with Robert Englund because at the time he wasn't that well known. So he took the Freddy character, made it his own, and now when people look at Robert Englund, they see Freddy. And when they look at Robert Englund playing Freddy, that's Freddy. Nobody looks at him and says that's Robert Englund playing Freddy. They say that's Freddy. And they need because Robert Englund, I don't think he's going to be Freddy again. If they ever do make
I
another
doubt it.
nightmare, if they ever do make another nightmare movie, they're gonna need somebody new to play Freddy, and they can't do what they did in 2010. But I would like to see someone who's not well known take the role. Uh, watch the older movies to see what Robert Englund did with the character, and just take the spirit of that. Keep the spirit of the same Freddy there, but make it their own Freddy, and make you believe that that's fucking Freddy, and make it scary. Because Freddy hasn't been scary in a long time either. I would really like to see that in another Nightmare film.
I mean, I think there's always a maybe. I don't know. I'm hoping there would be a chance that Robert Englund would play him again.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, Candyman's being played by freaking. God, dang it. Oh, what's his name? You know who I mean, the original Candyman actor. So, and he's about as old as Freddy, or not Freddy, freaking Robert Englund. Hello?
I'm here. I thought you were still talking.
No, I was done after that.
Well, I mean, it's like I want both of these slashers to come back because I feel with Halloween being as big as it is right now, obviously, what's the next thing people are gonna want? Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. That's just a given because they're the big three slashers. And everybody wants a new Friday the 13th movie. Everybody wants a new Nightmare movie. And I'm sure the studios that own the rights to these movies, they see how well Halloween is doing right now. And they want some of that because they know they have these two big icons that could compete or maybe even outdo what Michael is doing right now. But it just sucks. At least for Friday the 13th side of things, they can't do anything right now because of the lawsuits. And a matter of fact, Friday the 13th had that lawsuit thing going on for a while. It's still not fully resolved yet, but now Friday the 13th has another lawsuit going on, so it's getting even worse.
Yeah, I think Nightmare has more potential right now to get a film than Friday.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I would love to see both Freddy and Jason have another movie. I really would. But
yeah,
I don't know when that's going to be that happens. I think it will happen eventually, but it might be a long time before we see that.
yeah.
Because I don't think we'll just never see them on the big screen ever again. Somehow, some way down the road, they're going to end up having another movie. But as it is for right now, I just think for the time being, Michael
I
Myers is going to be the
mean,
dominant one.
who knows? Maybe they'll make a TV show like Child's Play's doing.
I mean, Freddy already had a TV show before. And there was a
Well,
Friday the
yeah.
13th TV show before, too.
I'm just saying that maybe they'll do like a reboot or one of those or something. I don't know. I know Child's Play is getting a TV show
I mean,
because it
obviously,
basically,
with Freddy, if they're gonna make something else, that has to be a reboot because they can't, because like you can't continue it if it's not Robert Englund. They would have to start over
yeah,
because if it's not, if you're continuing it but it's not Robert Englund as Freddy, then it's just not gonna connect. That's different with someone like Michael Myers, who's a guy in a mask. You could have anybody play Michael Myers and still believe that it's the same person. But with
yeah.
Freddy, he has an actual face and an actual voice and an actual character. And if you don't have the same actor carry that over to a new film, then it's not gonna really feel like a true sequel to that film. So, if they were to make another Freddy movie, I do think it's going to be a reboot because if it's not Robert Englund, then it's just going to seem odd to continue it with a different Freddy.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, the same thing goes for Jason. Like Jason, they could have anybody play Jason, so he doesn't have that problem. But Freddy has that problem.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I hope both these guys make a comeback. I don't think we'll ever get a Freddy versus Jason 2. I know a lot of people want it. I don't think it's ever going to happen. It was a miracle that this movie ever happened because it almost didn't. But with that being said, this was a decent film. I'm really hoping to see more Freddy and Jason in the future. I don't know if eventually you want to do something to where like we do like live commentaries of the full Friday 13th franchise and the Nightmare franchise and stuff like that. I don't know if that'd be something you would be up for.
I mean, once we do a lot of films, I mean, I guess it could be a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean,
don't
like
really
maybe
want to do it
something.
like right now.
I meant like maybe something where like if we know a Friday the 13th is coming up, maybe like the couple months before that we could do like maybe once a week do a Jason movie or something, or like
Yeah,
say
that'd be something.
or say like maybe like build it leading up to October or something. We do since we already have plans to do Halloween 1 and 2. Maybe like do some of the Halloween movies leading up to October or something like that. Maybe.
That'd be cool.
I don't mean like freaking like 1 week we do Friday 13th part 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the next week we do 5, 6, 7, 8. I would not absolutely not do that.
No, I think we could do that sometime, you know.
Yeah. But that being said, thank you everybody for watching this live commentary. What we're doing next, I'm not sure of yet.
We'll talk about it off screen. If we usually do that same thing for every one of them.
We have a couple lined up, but we're gonna see which one that we're gonna go with.
Yeah.
So until then, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all for the next live commentary. Peace. Good luck. Bye.